This word problem wants you to use a proportion. And if you read my announcement, I gave an example of a proportion in there. So, a proportion basically is when you have a fraction set equal to another fraction. And the first sentence says, Yolanda drove 420 miles using 18 gallons of gas. Now, since those two numbers go together, I'm going to put 420 in the numerator and 18 in the denominator. But what I need to realize is that I have miles over gallons. Now, when I go to set up the other side of the proportion, I also have to put miles over gallons. You cannot put gallons over miles. Numerators have to be the same units, and so do the denominators. And there's more than one way to set this up, but I just grabbed the first sentence and it said 420 miles using 18 gallons. So I was like, okay, those go together. So on the other side, it asks me how many gallons. How many is going to be my unknown, and I have gallons in the denominator, so my x has to go in the denominator. How many gallons of gas would she need to drive 357 miles? Again, miles is in my numerator, so my 357 goes right there. And now I have a proportion. And as I explained in my announcement, proportions have this property that says if you take the numerator of one side and multiply it times the denominator of the other, so 420 times x would be 420x, it will equal the cross product of the other numerator and denominator. So take 18 and multiply it times the 357. So I'm going to have 420x on the left. I'm going to grab my handy dandy calculator and take 18 times 357, and I get 6,426. And then all I have to do to solve this for x is divide by 420. It cancels out over here. You're just left with x. And it's not telling me to round, so I'm guessing they set it up so it comes out pretty. So take come on, calculator. 6,426 divided by 420, and it did come out as a terminating decimal, 15.3, and this is gallons because I had the x in the denominator, which is where gallons was. Now, if it doesn't come out pretty like that, they'll have to tell you where to round, but they didn't tell me where to round, so I was anticipating my answer was going to come out either beautifully whole or a terminating decimal, as it did. And that's it.